Hey everybody, Jake LeBon back with you, voice of the Washburn Ichabods, as we continue our countdown to game day for the 2022 Washburn season opener against the Lincoln, September 1st. 6 o'clock kickoff, 5:30 pregame coverage on your home for Washburn Athletics Country 106.9 or mycountry1069.com. We've got a lot to get to today. If you missed it, we are counting down the top 10 headlines and storylines leading into this 2022 season for Washburn football. If you missed it, you can go back and check out headline number 10, expectations. And then yesterday, we went through headline number 9, which is one-score games and how important those one-score games are for the Washburn Ichabods and for really any team in the MIAA. But let's get to our number 8 headline for the Washburn Ichabods going into the 2022 season, and that's special teams. That's right, special teams, and then more specifically, who is going to be the punter? The Ichabods returned 9 starters on offense, 7 starters on defense. We know that. But what about special teams? The Ichabods stacked pretty there as well. The kicking situation is a solid one for the Washburn Ichabods this upcoming year, as they've got 2 kickers. Many don't even have one. They've got 2. Last year, Cameron Lake started out as the kicker. He was excellent, went 15 of 15 from PAT, was 6 of 7 from field goals. Then he got hurt, wasn't able to finish much of the season. So in comes the backup kicker. Most people are like, oh no, that's not good. Well, Trenton Brim did a fantastic job last year, went 4 of 7 on field goals, 31 of 33 of PATs filling in. And he had some big-time field goals against Fort Hays State in the overtime win. And, of course, Northwest Missouri State hit the first points of the game. That was big. Washburn doesn't beat Northwest if Trenton doesn't come through with that 36-yard field goal. So that is a positive. The kicker, both of them very, very solid. The return game, well, that gets about as good as it gets for the Washburn Ichabods. You got J.J. Letcher, the MIAA Special Teams Player of the Year, and the All-American kick returner is back for the Washburn Ichabods. And will it be good? Yes. The question is, will they kick it to him? Will they actually kick the ball to J.J. Letcher this year? If I am an opposing MIAA team, I don't. I kick it out of bounds. I say, Washington, go start at 35. Or if you've got a good enough kicker, go for it. But here's the thing. Even if you kick it 8 yards deep, let's say you've got a monster leg for a kicker on an opposing team, I am okay if J.J. Letcher takes it out 8 yards deep. He is one of those players where you are willing to, maybe if he gets tripped up at the 15-yard line, so be it. We'll start on the 15-yard line. But he's got the double green light for me. If he catches it at 5 yards deep in the end zone, he can bring it back basically any time. Now, of course, there are some stipulations, but he is so electric. And what he did against Central Oklahoma, that won Washburn essentially the game. He can make chicken salad out of you-know-what. So that is why the return game, especially on punt return as well, he got one called back against Emporia State, which was a bad call. But kickoff return and punt return, Letcher's back. That is terrific. There is one position, though, that is up for grabs this upcoming year, and most people really don't talk about it. That's right, the punter. Punters are people, too. And I saw this line from somebody, and I don't remember who it was, but everyone cares about the punter when you need a good punter. Punter and kickers are like lawyers. When you're in a dire situation, you really want a good one. Backed up on your own 15-yard line, tied up in the fourth quarter, you need a big punt, and that's where you need a good punter. Well, the Ichabods, they've had some unbelievable punters here in the Craig Schurig era, going all the way back to Curtis Massey, Ben Boswell, Aaron Hummert, Austin Hills, Perry Schmiedler, and last year, Lane Spiker. Spiker graduated actually 2 years ago, but because of COVID, he came back last year, and he had a terrific career, 3rd all-time in punting average at over 40 yards per punt. So who's going to be the punter? Well, it looks like the camp battle is still ongoing, but it does look like it is going to be a true freshman. Sounds like Jake Zeller out of Holton High School is going to be the punter right now for the Washburn Ichabods. And he's got some big shoes to fill, but thus far, hearing some stuff from camp, he's got a really strong leg and has some really good hang time. So the question will be, how does Jake Zeller, the freshman out of Holton, the Holton Wildcats, handle the bright lights? Little background on Jake Zeller. First team All-League, an honorable mention All-State at punter last year as a senior. Also was All-League punter his sophomore year and All-League punter as a junior. So he's been punting for a while at Holton High School. So that is going to be something to watch, to see how a true freshman steps in and handles the punting duty. Not very often does a true freshman do that. Perry Schmiedler did that a bunch of years ago, but that is going to be kind of the biggest question special team-wise for the Washburn Ichabods, is going to be the punting situation. Good kickers, good returners. Let's find out when it comes to the punting situation for the Washburn Ichabods. Well, let's get to headline number 7 tomorrow. And the question there we'll get to the running back and the backfield rotation. What will that be, and how will they handle that for this upcoming season as we continue the Washburn season preview series on the top 10 storylines heading into game number 1. We'll get to the backfield rotation coming up tomorrow here from Washburn and mycountry1069.com.